Yes, people, welcome back to another video tonight. John Sinclair TV back again, and tonight I've got Maisy. Big up to you, Maisy. Good evening to you.
Hi, John. Thank you for having me on.
No problems at all. No problems at all. Just forgot to send you a link as well, by the way. So it's a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. So yeah, guys, please, if you like the video, hit the like button, like, subscribe, and super chat if you want to super chat. And also, if you like to become a member, click on the description underneath. The link is down there as well. I should have done on top of the live chat, but there you go. And I've got I like coffees first on the cut. Big up to you. I like your coffee. Hope so. I'd love to get his first name, by the way. I don't think he's going to give us it. You know what I mean?
I just like cold and I like coffee. I like coffee. It's always going to be a memorable one.
I know. You know what it is like, but if that's his name, sort of thing. But come on, I want some more views, by the way, people. But this is the thing. We're going to talk about it later on as well. Yeah, big up to Niall again. Hope you're both well. Fantastic stuff. And big up to Shira as well. Thanks for coming in as well. And one thing I'm going to say as well, Maisie's now about 19 away from the 1K club.
I'm just going to check now.
Champion. I came onto the
I
comments.
am 13 away now.
13 away tonight. So we need 13 more subscribers on Maisie's Devils United. So please click on that subscribe button. Help her to get 13 more, and then she'll be on the 1K club. They can start super chatting as well, which I think it'll be amazing. So, yeah. So big up to Andrew, by the way, big Swansea fan. And big up to Joshua as well from India as well. So big up to you as well. And yeah, that's a quick jump as well. You've done really well. So there you go. Right, it's going to be a Premier League show. We're going to talk about my team, Maisie's team, and teams enjoying the Premier League. So, any questions you'd like to ask as well, then just find them in the way in the chat as well. I appreciate that. So, what we're going to do tonight, the biggest news of the day, well, not of the day, but it's been of the week, is the Chelsea takeover. Eventually, it got passed, by the way. Obviously, it took about a couple months to put the sale through, and now it's been sorted out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember. I can't remember when it was. It must have been about a month or two ago. You know me, I'm a bit of a night owl. I was up till like 2 a.m, as you do. I seen at 1 a.m, Chelsea had an announcement on Twitter, and then I was like, oh, okay. Well, and then it said, oh, they got a new owner, but it was just a matter of how quick it was going to be, and knowing the Abramovich situation, and we all know that it does take a long time for a sale to process. I know he owns something in Los Angeles. I can't remember off the top of my head what it really is. American owner, and it's just going to be interesting on how he really takes this approach, because the Roman Abramovich way worked for Chelsea. In the respect that they were quite strict in terms of the management. They only gave him a certain length of time. So perhaps maybe that it could be a little bit different for Chelsea. Perhaps maybe Tuchel might even keep his job. I'm no clue whatsoever, but I think that there's going to be things what's going to be really changing in that club, in my opinion, anyway. They'll want to make it his way, especially knowing this is the first thing he has properly owned, because the other business he owns, I think it's only a co-ownership. So knowing that this is fully his, he'll probably want to make it to suit him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a comment from let's have a look at it as well, because I'm playing up as well, from Todd Bowley. This is the American, and he said in less than 200 words, I won't out word for word, but what he's basically saying is he's going to put the club back on the map and give the fans what they want. And also as well, that Tuchel as well is definitely going to stay. I know that's a fact. So he's going to get up to 200 million in investment as well. So Chelsea are back, and it took them a couple of months for the takeover, and it took us 18 flipping months to get ours done as well. So at the end of the day, Maisy, right, it just goes to show the top 6 priority yet again.
Do you know what I think is really weird with this owner? As an owner, like, you want to invest into something what you're going to make a lot of money out of. So, for instance, Newcastle was bought really cheap. I'm not obviously discrediting Newcastle in any bit whatsoever, but that is a future investment. Just the same as Manchester City with their owners. They bought that cheap, and then they've made it into a billionaire club. whereas this owner has already bought it in the billions. So how realistically, how further can he really take that? And he needs to put in money for it to. I'm not saying no owner doesn't, but I think he needs to put more money in than he actually does think. He's already paid $4 billion, and the amount of revenue that he's going to get, he's not going to get nowhere near as much revenue as other Premier League clubs, because it's only a 30,000 seat stadium, and that puts a disadvantage onto there. As well as that, signings, how's that going to go? Is people going to want to stay there as well? So there's a lot of things what needs to be taken in consideration, and I think he will be putting a lot more investment into this, and I think he's going to get a lot less profit out of it compared to Newcastle owners, Man City owners, for instance.
Yeah, absolutely. £4.25 billion for the football club, man. I mean, Roman Abramovich has done really well. So well done to him for making that sort of money. And I tell you what, I mean, they're going to have to win trophies after trophies after trophies. They have to win Champions League 3 years straight to get that money back, which is absolutely incredible. Will they do it? I'm not sure, but
no.
I can't see it. Got one for Joshua. I thought it was only last week that we got Maisy on 400. I remember being there that time. Wow. It's been a week, months now. And a big up to
it's been ages.
It has, hasn't it? What amazing is actually they deserve one key. I was shocked how quickly your subscribers have went so quickly, growing from strength and strength. Absolutely right. I mean, I've got 135 new subscribers for the past month. Can you believe that? I think that's fantastic. And it was long, I had 2.5, but I'll do that, mate. And got one for now as well. John, Billy Shaw last week on the Muppet Show last week. You said it out. It's absolutely right. I'm not gonna pull any punches there. I'll be doing that show on a regular basis, by the way. Probably on a 2-3 week basis sort of thing. Well, I feel like it. I'm definitely gonna do it over the summer as well, 100%. So keep your eyes peeled for that, peeps, as well. And took over 18 months. That's really absolutely right. And Eddie Dodgers baseball.
That's it.
That's the one. And then the Muppet Show loved that title. Twitter.
I love the thumbnail where it actually showed pictures from the Muppet Show. that is what I absolutely love more. That the thumbnail literally had the Muppets on it. So it was class.
Oh man, I love doing that, man. I love doing that. I mean, I'll tell you, Oliver Holt, Miguel Delaney, Ibs, right? Rio Ferdinand, hang yourself in the shame. Honestly, man. Get away, man. Howie. And unless they do it an asset strip as well, then Chelsea have big problems there. 4-on-4 has been promoted. Watch Duo on Tour's video, and boy, he was so passionate and emotional, and tears come on Duna's eyes and delighted for Forest. Absolutely. That football club should be in the Premier League. It needs a Nottingham Forest in the team. Brian Clough would have been proud of that the day, honestly, in this up in the sky. He would have been absolutely over the flipping moon today with Steve Cooper at the helm. Big up to Just JP, by the way. I hope you're okay, my guy. And big up to you. And big JP as well. Everyone's saying hi as well. And everyone's saying hi as well. We've got Mohammed. Good evening to you, my man. Hope you're okay. It's hanging nowhere. It's hanging nowhere near like John. I get it, man. Thank you. Man is in the buy in the summer. I think we all know that, mate. Okay, on Spurs signing Perisic. I'll come into Perisic in a bit, right? I've got something to say about that as well. And everyone's saying, so great people, should I say. Love Ben Dore, great streamer.
He is fab.
I've heard of him. Is he a United fan, by the way?
No, he's a Forest fan. I've got him on the player profile show because one of our players, Manchester United players, went on loan to Nottingham Forest, and I've been doing a new series kind of on my channel to do during the summer. So it's like to get, like, for instance, like, say, for example, Donny ended up going to Newcastle. I bring you on to discuss Donny's time at Newcastle, for instance. So I've been getting, like, different fans on there, and one of them was Mr. Dorr. He actually started the series.
Yeah, wow. I've got to get on my stream. So I've got to get on my chat as well over the summer. And they can talk about his club as well. And you've got to do Rio, John. I've done Rio, by the way, and there's a few clowns who wrote on the tabloids. Lindsay hit the nail on the head. It's absolutely. She got a lot of stick today, Lindsay, by the way, from some blots out of the day because she's speaking the truth. Simple as that. Sorry, she speaks the truth. That is that. I could try and get us my full-time. Gonna try and get a few people to be a full-time on my channel as well, or working on it as well, by the way. And what's we've got here? So the things like Chelsea, right? I mean, they are going to spend. I mean, they've been linked to a couple of players as well, right? But they need to get a shift on because at the end of the day, right, they are going to lose Rudiger, which is well documented.
Yeah.
He'll be off to Real Madrid. Christensen, according to a post today, that could be on the brink of collapse because I don't know what's going on at Barca. Whereas money problems again, I don't know. But they also have to find.
I read that it is money problems. That I think like they need to have like 500 million or something by sometime in June. And if so, they go into like some financial hardship or whatever. But in a way, you've got to see it a little bit as a positive for us kind of clubs because there was I wanted Kesse, I wanted Kesse from AC Milan, and of course he's had a free. So if you don't extend his contract, I want him to come to us. And of course, there'll be players perhaps maybe you might want from Barcelona, for instance, maybe, I don't know, could be someone there going on a free or something. Because Barcelona, the thing is, they're not going to be bothered about who they're selling. I know they don't want to get rid of Frankie de Jong, but they need to get rid of Frankie de Jong because otherwise they will be in the bust. And they can't even authorise any players at all without him.
100%. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy what's going on at that football club, man. Do you know what I mean? Where did they find the money? Spotify as well, sponsor it as well. But I think it's a madness as well because Barcelona are billion in debt. I mean, how come a football club allowed that to happen? Who brought the club? Is Spotify? I know that's a fact. And they just still spend a ridiculous amount of money as well.
Exactly. And it feels like they've not spent so much money like this in so long. And the thing is, if that was a Premier League club or a club anywhere else, Germany, minus PSG, them ones will be getting point reductions the lot. But because this is one of the biggest clubs in the world, it's okay for them. And the other thing is, I know this is going to be hypocritical from a United fan point of view, but the European Super League, they're still technically in that European Super League and they've not got punished. I'm not saying Man United don't deserve to get punished because we do. But them clubs who are still in there need to get punished and they're not.
Absolutely right. I mean, they said that since last year. And that's been done about Real Madrid, Juve, Barcelona. They still want a Super League. You know why? They want the money. They're in debt. It's as simple as that. And you don't need to be a rocket science to work that one out, by the way, as well. And also, if the Super League does happen, I'm done with football. I'm 100% done. I'll think to myself, what is the flipping point? Or maybe because Newcastle had a takeover, think, hang on a minute, they're going to cause damage, and that's why they're doing it. They're not stupid. So, and the day Newcastle get top 4 and then qualify for the Champions League, and someone like United or probably Spurs get in instead, then I tell you what, I think if I was all that Newcastle United, I would sue FIFA for every single penny. And we're talking millions, 3-figure sums, because that's what potentially could be making. So that's a conversation. So they're going to involve being the Champions League, to be fair. Big up the call, by the way, even to you, my guy. And what do you think of the AC Milan takeover and near completion, John? It's up in the air in a minute. It says it's been agreed, according to Sky Sports, but it's been agreed. But if it does go ahead fully, then apparently they borrowed some money, took out a loan from last year to buy the club. Now, if that is true, and that's the American way of doing things, right? That ain't a good start because they're going to buy the club full of debt, and then they're going to end up getting Sven Botman as well. So that's the big question. The big question is, are they still going to get Sven Botman? I think they will. And also, Sven made it clear that, flip and flopping here, by the way, but I think he wants to go to Milan. He's not going to quite say he wants to go to Milan, but he's made his mind up, by the way. Greets to Norway, by the way. New member from Roy. Big up to you, my guy. And big up to Roy Morton from Scandinavia. And big question, John, did Andy Carroll have the threesome or not? Or did he miss again? I didn't know anything about that. Did you, Maisy?
I seen a picture. Well, I don't know if it's a threesome, but I've seen the picture that he's supposed to have cheated on his partner with. I think she was a bar manager or something.
Wow.
I can't tell you if it's a threesome, but I know he's definitely cheated on her anyway.
Wow. It is what it is, man. But he's never had the headlines, did he? But he never. I mean, I think he's done with top flight football, by the way, Andy Carroll. I'm afraid to say it, but
Nah, he's not good enough.
Nah, I mean, it's just the reason we've got Andy Carroll as a publicity stunt, and also like people say piping it and say, "Oh, he's back." Yeah, but he's injured as well. There are people running their mouths at us, right, saying that being negative, being pathetic. And I said to him, injury prone. I want to see him play 35 games a season, not 10. Do you know what I mean? And then come back at us and have a go at us. But I was proved right again. You know what I mean? But I never want Carroll back. No way. Nah chance.
He's offside. He's an offside merchant. He's always offside. Always offside. The thing is, for the player he is, what he should be doing, he doesn't give enough on the pitch.
That is the thing. Too many injuries as well, by the way. Right? He's been injured as well a lot. And I mean a lot. And that, for me, ain't good enough. Not good enough at all whatsoever. And just go through this comments as well. We're going to talk about Lukaku. We've got to talk about our teams as well. Big up to Dean, by the way, from New Zealand. He came on the phone in last year and he spoke a heck of a lot of sense. I said to him one time when he got beat, I said, if it's anyone from New Zealand, Australia, anyone from Japan watching, you should watch along. I just say stay in bed. Stay in bed. Because I don't want you stressing after our defeat. Do you know what I mean? So I'll just tell them to stay in bed and just don't worry about that at all. Force on Bowen being given his first call for England, I think that's brilliant. Jarrod Bowen is class, and he's absolutely class.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good move, and he actually would have had his call up, not this time, but last time. The only reason why he didn't is because he had a foot injury. So if he didn't have that foot injury, he would have been called up for that England squad, and it's well deserved. A lot of people are saying Gareth Southgate shows biases, but what I've liked about Gareth Southgate compared to previous managers, they're not picking out the same clubs every single time. You're seeing Calvin Phillips, who's never had a minute for the Premier League, coming into this England squad. You see Bowen from West Ham, Declan Rice from West Ham. You're seeing Trippier being called up as well. You're seeing all different clubs who's getting the players called up, and for me, I think that is absolutely brilliant, and that is something that I can't discredit Gareth Southgate for. As much as I do think, Gareth, what mistakes are you doing, mate? Like, for one, the Euros, a lot of them didn't cost us. They worked, apart from in the final. But I always say this: if you work hard at club football, you deserve that international spot. And a lot of United fans were saying, well, Sancho deserved this spot. No, he didn't. He hasn't even played for 5 weeks due to tonsillitis. Tonsillitis in your mouth for 5 weeks. No. This is the thing. You play good, you get rewarded with international football. Play crap for your club, you're not coming into your country's football. I'd understand it if it was a World Cup or a Euro tournament, because you can't bring a new person into that kind of environment. But for me, but during the friendlies, like he's done fabulous as well, bringing Conor Gallagher through, Crystal Palace players. So I can't knock Gareth Southgate for it one bit.
Yeah, I think you're right there, sort of thing. Like, you know, I know it's a bit biased who he picks. You know, he picks trust his players, sort of thing. But I have to get used to it now because he picked players on form, and that's how it should be all the way. I mean, you mentioned Gallagher there. He had a fantastic season, by the way. Bowen had a fantastic season, yeah. And Trippier as well came in. When he's not injured, he's fine. But again, as long as you don't pick Tyrone Mings, sort of thing, which I think would be shocking. He is, though, for me. If he comes to Newcastle, man, I tell you what, I'm done. He is awful.
No, he is a bad player. He is bad.
He is, isn't he? He is. I see Philip going to copy Newcastle by using Castori team kit. Yeah, I heard that today quite a lot as well. And I love how there's so much money involved in football with transfers, period, brand deals, sponsors. It's insane. Yep, that's the Premier League for you, mate. Money all the time. I thought the owner of Spotify was trying to buy Arsenal, or am I thinking of the wrong person? Yeah, absolutely thinking the wrong person. It's Daniel.
I think it got pulled out because Thierry Henry and Bergkamp was actually helping the owner of Spotify. I can't remember his name now, though. But
Daniel, I think it's Daniel someone.
Daniel Eck or something like that.
Daniel Eck.
He was putting in like 1 or 2 billion for Arsenal, and they said no. they declined it. So I don't think he ended up putting another bid in. And I think that was a very stupid move, in my opinion, because if your fans don't like you, you don't want to stay. And that's the same with a lot of clubs. And the thing is, don't ask me why, but I was looking at how much each Premier League owner was worth last night. Do you like when you have one of them brain thoughts and you're going, oh, I wonder what each is. They're worth 4 or 5 billion. So it's actually worth more than the Glazers, the Kroenke family. So 2 billion, that's not bad at all.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I mean, the Kroenkes ain't going to sell the club. They're never, ever going to sell the club, no matter what. They want to make as much money as possible, right? Fleece the Arsenal fans, laughing in their ranch in America, right? Laughing at them, and just carries on. Simple as that. And that's why they don't spend that much money. And that's why they're happy at Arteta, because he is a puppet. You know what I mean? I don't think he's that good a manager, by the way. I don't. Not big enough for him. Let's have a look at this one. Bowman deserves his call. England played well and work hard this season. Dan Burn deserves a shout out too. I just don't think Dan Burn's going to get picked by Gareth Southgate anytime soon, I'm afraid. And I'm being realistic here. And question Wolves expect a lot of interest in Ruben Neves. That's a player I love to take. If we get Neves, then it'll be bye-bye Shelby, by the way. Are realistic about the chance of the Portugal midfielder remaining at a club is linked with both Man U and Arsenal. One thing I've got to say on Ruben Neves, right? That guy is absolutely a baller. Yeah, I love Ruben Neves. That guy is good at shooting, he's tackling, his tension in the midfield. Yeah, he's an all-round action midfield player. Yeah, I'm a massive Ruben Neves fan. Yeah, and we should be all over this guy anyway as well. Sell this kind of project, right? Look, Ruben, come to Newcastle, right? With John Linton and Bruno Guimaraes, right? In a midfield three, and trust what I say is right, that midfield three will be absolutely complete. Would you take Ruben Neves to Man U?
You know what? Yes, I would take Ruben Neves. But I actually don't think Ruben Neves wants to come to Manchester United. I really don't. When we did play against Wolves this season, Ruben Neves did make a few comments about us. So for that in mind, it makes me wonder he doesn't like us. So I'm going to say this. This is the same with Frankie de Jong. I love that player. I really do. And it doesn't matter the ability of a player. If they don't want to be at your club, they don't like your club, move on. Scrap it. And that's what I genuinely think it is with Ruben Neves. And I think Frankie de Jong doesn't really want us. He's already said Barcelona is his boy club, blah, 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 blah. But Ruben Neves, I genuinely don't think he wants to come to Manchester United. And in that respect, it's best that you don't look at them kind of players. I'd call me old-fashioned, call me daft, but I would actually rather have a player who is, for instance, say for example, Ruben Neves is 100% world class. I'd rather take the next step below to a player who wants to be at your club and will put that 100% effort in, because they're the kind of players who succeed.
100%. Because I want a player, like you just said, I want a player who's going to play for the badge and the fans can remember you from the back of your shirt. It's as simple as that. But some players today, they're just so picky who'd all to join. Oh, I don't want to go there. I want to play in the Champions League, yeah? Do you know what I mean? Like Nkunku plays for Leipzig, right? Come out and said that he's not impressed with the Newcastle United project. And according to the French media, that guy can get stuff. He's a good player, don't get us wrong. He had one good start, breakout season at Leipzig, right? Scoring for 40-odd goals from the season, if memory serves us correctly, yeah? But I do not want an attitude like that. I do not want a player with that attitude coming to my football club, yeah? So Christopher Nkunku, you can get stuff, man. Because at the end of the day, right, we only want players who are going to play for the badge, yeah? Obviously, you do not, yeah? We're going to top 4 one day, and they're going to cry out to us, they want to come to us. No, get lost, yeah? We don't want you. We don't want you at all. Sorry about that, but I'm just being truthful, yeah? I just don't like players come out with the stupid quotes, come and say about this, not impressed with our project, yeah? Christ almighty, man. Big up to Roy, by the way. Will be interesting transfer summer for both clubs. Yeah, we're going to talk about United as well, and he's absolutely right. Thoughts on Villa and making all those ambition signs like Diego Carlos, to name a few. Listen, at the end of the day, I know Newcastle fans going to come up and see it. Look, they're going to mess up. CUG is going to mess up as well, right? They got Kamara as well. They got Diego Carlos. I'm sure they're good players, don't get us wrong, but Diego Carlos coming on 30. Well, we'll be 30 next year. Kamara, I think he's picked the wrong club. I really do think he's picked the wrong club. He should have gone to a club like Hughes. He should have gone to a club like Roma. Do you know what I mean? Or even Newcastle, by the way. But I feel Kamara has joined the wrong club. And he only went there for the money. I don't care what people say. And that was all there is to it. Big up to Tony B, your mate.
Tony, I've seen what you've said about my shirt. I'm not a happy girl right now. I'm not happy.
Oh, go on.
I'm not a happy chapper. This shirt is a vintage Manchester United shirt. It is, right? It represents my home city. It actually represents my home city because a city represents Newton Heath, and that's actually where I'm from. And I know people are making comments in the chat saying it looks like a Norwich shirt, but these colours are actually older than Norwich Football Club. Norwich Football Club was founded in 1902. These colours belong to us in the 1800s. Therefore, Norwich copied us. There are colours. Our colours. Newton Heath FC. Let's go, baby.
Yes. Well said. Well said. That's a nice little shirt. You're going to have to call him Tony the Red now.
I'm going to have to kiss it because I love it. I love it. It represents me. It really represents me just because it's where I'm from. It's my upbringing. It's my environment. And I feel like these colours are the ones what represent me more as a person compared to all my other United shirts.
Yeah, absolutely. Respect, by the way. Respect for the shirt you're wearing. And I've got respect for your team. John, is that Norwich just still to know? Maisy just explained it. That's the United away top from Cantona. She has. And Maisy slander a future hobby after she takes over Eugene.
Andrew, that would be telling. I'll keep my eyes out.
There you go. Wow. And we just talked about moving Nevers, by the way. Bear Fagwick is going to Barcelona, by the way, he reckons, yeah. And I've got my heart set on Ekiteke and Diaby as well. They'll be ideal. We're going to talk about it in a bit. Every player in Newcastle and Western has been approached by Aston Villa. Yeah, we should be aggressive in the transfer market as well. People are saying, right, yeah, we've got to be patient. The windows not opening yet. We've got to take our time. We've got to trust these owners as well. We got Dan Ashworth now, and I tell you what, he not get fleeced, by the way. I'm glad I've gone on someone's show about 8:15, but it's going to be a bit late. So as soon as I finish here, I'll go jump on straight on his, by the way. So and big up to now, by the way. Is that the Man U from the early 90s? Yes, it is. Represent Newton Heath, the club, or is your name? It ain't Celtic or Norwich. Yeah, that is a Man U top. I touched on it last week. Would you say Tierney, Saliba, Aaron Hickey? You know what? I take them all. Tierney is injury prone, right? But when he's fit, he's excellent left back, can defend as well. Saliba, he's been young French player of the year, young player of the year in France with Marseille, right? And got in Champions League. And Aaron Hickey plays for Bologna. I think that guy is absolutely fantastic. You know what I mean? He is brilliant. He really, really is. And got one from, why would anyone take Aaron Hickey? The guy is brilliant, mate. He is absolutely brilliant. And got some more comments as well. We're going to talk about your team, about Ralph as well. I think he's a good player. He is indeed. Do you think it looks like a Norwich top niece as yellow, blah, blah, blah. Big up to Luca, by the way. Big gula. Even to you, Luca. Hope you're okay, mate. Hope your contest is coming fantastic. And I've seen a few of yours. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. He isn't that good. He's just like in the league that he's playing Serie A as value experience for wing backs. Devils, mate. Reece, listen, right? I watched enough of him. This guy for me, is one of the best players for Bologna as well. So each of opinions, but I think that guy is brilliant. He really, really is. And it's chatting to him, and who can come to us 3 top years running as a player. I mean, I don't want him. I do not. I just don't like his attitude. Yeah. I mean, that comments today. I'm sorry, it's not good enough. I'm good. By the way, just making a transfer video just now. Video is on my channel. I'll check out for that as well. The one we reported about Morata as well, Alvaro Morata, because he's been linked to Arsenal as well. How do you rate Morata?
It's a tough one because, to be honest, with Morata, yeah, he hadn't had a good time at Chelsea, but I can't name a good striker since Drogba at Chelsea, if you want me to be fairly honest. Just because it doesn't work at one Premier League club doesn't mean it doesn't work at another Premier League club. Perhaps it might work at Arsenal. I don't know, but I don't think personally he'll want to come back. He won't want to come back to the Premier League knowing that he didn't have a good experience there. Not many people do. I think it's just paper talk.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what, Lucas not very happy he heard about that as well. I'll be honest with you, you know what I mean? But I'm mixing a few comments here again. I've got read on Lucas. We're coming to in a minute, Man U, Newcastle in a bit, mate. Even on good being busy for me, blah, blah, blah. Now, let's have a look. Now I was chatting to now. Tony says, I mean, even Lucas, I'm laughing at now, by the way, just saying.
Yeah, because it's literally, this is actually the first Man United Premier League away shirt. It's a beautiful shirt, and as I say, it represents the person I am. So, and like I say, it's older than Norwich. These colours are older than Norwich. So,
yeah. I'll go.
Norwich FC copied us.
Yeah. Now, go read this out as well, but you can't upset the players and personal projects. Not everything for everyone is for Newcastle. And it's good of I rate him. I rate him as a player. I think he's a damn good player, you know. But obviously, he's disrespecting Newcastle a wee bit there. You know, if you want to just say, look, I'm happy at Leipzig. I mean, that is it. You know what I mean? But just say he's not unimpressed, blah blah blah. And Cook's good enough for the best clubs in the world. Definitely, we're not there yet. That is fact. We're a couple of years away, to be fair, and getting world-class players. We need to be realistic, you know what I mean? If we get Ivan Toney, I'd take Ivan Toney at Newcastle United. I really would. And that's where we're at this moment in time. High school football teams, college green and yellow. That's and Josh, similar to Mace. Okay, John, as you, I'm absolutely fine. Luke and my guy. And that's it. And big up to Ryan, by the way, defending Foxy. Fair enough. And just if you like the video, like what you see, then smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, do follow Maisy on her Devils United channel. She's 13 away from 1K. So please smash the subscribe button, hit the likes as well. And I'll do my bit as well later when sure it's finished. Don't worry if you're late, mate. Just join us when you can. I definitely will do JP. I will do, man. Don't worry about that. It's loads to talk about, by the way. It's going to be very interesting as well. And there you go. Top guy as well, by the way. And thank you so much indeed. I look forward to it as well. And the Kudos actually is completely right. He wants the legacy winning trophies rather than the club offering money. We'll be there one day competing for the biggest trophies, but just not just yet. We have got to hit the top 6 this season if we can, and let's go from there. So maybe I lost that one to Foxy, by the way, which I don't mind. So, and let's see, well, go for this comment to talk about your team, about Ralph as well. Is this the year we finally get Hamza?
Don't tell me this is a true comment about please don't tell me it's a true.
Which one's that?
Chelsea from Leicester. Come on, John. Newcastle are on to better things now than Chowdhury. Don't worry.
No. Nah chance. Someone made it up a couple of years ago, yeah, and I didn't even speak about it, man. Do you know what I mean? Didn't even chat about it. I don't rate him, but even as a Serie A fan and Scottish and that, and Ashton, Hickey doesn't have enough to prove himself to be better than other left backs in the game. And he's only 19, he's only young. It'll get better. Apparently, Nathan Atkins in Chenga has to be told free to leave if they receive suitable offers.
I heard that.
I heard that as well.
Yeah.
Zinchenko is a decent left back, by the way. I can't lie. He is really good.
Yeah. The thing is, I think it's in a way mad to get rid of Zinchenko when they're actually short on left backs because of who they're getting. So clearly I know they've got Kurella from Brighton lined up, linked, but they must be adamant that they're going to be getting a left back into this transfer window if they are wanting to get rid of Zinchenko, knowing they're short already in that position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think Zinchenko will do well for you if you do get him, man. But Zinchenko,
I will take any fullback over Dalot, Wan-Bissaka, Tellez, and Luke Shaw. I will take any fullback. Anyone got fullbacks for sale? Anyone got any fullbacks for sale? I feel like do you like Christmas Carol where you can hear Christmas turkeys for sale. Christmas turkeys for sale. I want to hear my ears. Fullbacks for sale. Fullbacks for sale. I need a fullback. Give me a fullback.
I think you need about 3 fullbacks, by the way.
We need to replace all 4. We need to replace all 4.
The whole lot. They're just not good enough for you to whatsoever. I can't lie. Also, also been linked with all these players: Shinchenko, Gnabi, and Awa, and others can't remember yet. And the core as well has been linked as well from loans. Look, end of the day, I mean, they're not in the Champions League. I think they always say someone playing the Champions League. We should be over that crowd as well, by the way. I think it'd be decent for us, but injury prone again. And like and subscribe. Thanks so much, and big up to Rich, by the way. And your Candy Maisy
Tony. It's just come to me mind. I'm sure I've seen you in a Sunderland shirt. Yeah, I did. I seen you in a Sunderland shirt. That was it. I seen you at that playoff final with a Sunderland shirt on. Naughty. You can't be doing that.
Wow. Tony, man, not good. Also, don't Serge for how chatted him. We should go for him. I mean, man, you should go for him as well. 30 speeds, you as John knows everything about the football at Italy, mate. Remember seeing Cantona score a sick volley wearing that shirt? I can remember that very, very well. Fantastic goal. Big up to him as well. Big up to Coach Corner. Hope you're fine. Rather understudying Wilson and Tony. Look, I think that guy, I think he's proven in the Premier League. He's scoring goals. Yes, he's 6 pens, rest is open player. But look, end of the day, right? If he does come to Newcastle, people say you got to be realistic, right? You have to be realistic. I think he will be a realistic target, Ivan Toney, yeah? And I can't lie. I didn't want him at the time, but at the end of the day, looking back, he could offer something different. He's gone away, learnt his craft, learnt his trade at Peterborough, learnt his trade at Brentford, and now I think he's ready for Newcastle if he wanted to come back. But we should have to wait and see. I could be wrong. BTL, no names being linked. Calvin BTL, Calvert Lewin as well. BTL calling, by the way. We'll talk about your team, right? Ralph. I know you're not very happy about it. He's supposed to be on for the further 2 more years, and unfortunately, you have to wait to go to Austria full time. What's your take on that, man? And I know you're not very happy about it.
Yeah. Do you know the Ten Hag interview when obviously it got announced last Monday? I was watching it with a couple of pals at work, and we listened to it. He went like, one of my friends went, "Ralph ain't staying." I went, "You what? What are you talking a load of crap for?" And he goes, "Nah, hearing what Ten Hag is saying, Ralph will not be in that job." He actually said that. He literally said it a week before. Ralph will not be staying in that job. A week later, he leaves on mutual agreement. And for me, I was looking forward to Ralph being in here. We wanted a bit of stability. You knew that there was going to be something different. I liked what Ralph has done in terms of calling out players, calling out the club, but I didn't agree with things that he done on the pitch, like his starting 11, his substitute making. There was stuff I didn't agree with, but I do think that it was a big, massive letdown because they said he done it because he was wanting to. He wanted to obviously do it for Austria, like to concentrate on the Austria job, but he took that Austria job after he got that job at Manchester United, so that should have been his number 1 priority. Don't know how much truth is in what, but if he got sacked or if he left on mutual agreement, whatever it was. But in my opinion, I actually think that the board and the Glazers weren't happy with the stuff he was saying, and he just ended up leaving. And they just made some excuse about it. That's what I really genuinely believe. And I just wasn't happy about it. It just feels like, in a way, I was angry in a respect. When you tagged me, and I've already seen at that point because I was on the phone to one of my friends, and I literally was like, we literally both said that we were both not happy, but a good point was raised that a couple of months had been wasted where we could have actually signed a permanent manager. We really could have signed a permanent manager back in November instead of having an interim manager. Interim managers don't work. They don't. So we've wasted a couple of months where we could have actually started our rebuild in November. And I even said we might as well have kept Ollie. Would Ollie have done a worse job? No, I actually don't think so. And the thing is, we know that Ollie can turn up in performances. I know we didn't see it this season, but he can genuinely do. He can turn up when he really wants to turn up, and so can the squad when they really want to turn up. So I actually don't think we would have even been in a worse situation keeping Ollie.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what an absolute mess at Old Trafford. I can't lie. You should have kept Ollie till the end of the season, move him on. So you wasted 6 months. In my opinion, right? I think when Ralph took over, the players down tools to him. They down tools to him, right? I've got to say it right now. They down tools to him. They saw right through him, right? Players were laughing at him and thinking, yo, I'm not going to pay for this manager. You know, he's going to be here to the end of the season. That's exactly what they've done, yeah? And they just took the wholesale mick. I mean, Ralph Varane, I didn't even know that. He only played about 200 games in 8 seasons for Real Madrid. I don't know if you know that. But this injury record is shocking. Absolutely
Whose is that?
shocking. Ralph Varane. Right?
Yeah, Varane is very injury prone. I agree. And I love Varane. I love Varane. I adore Varane. Like, if I seen Varane, I would literally pick him up and squeeze him. That's how much I like Varane. But the thing is, he's been a letdown to us in the respect that I think we expected a lot better from Varane, and he's been injured far too much. And at times where other people were blaming our other defence, there's actually Varane making mistakes. And he can be a little bit sloppy at times. As much as he's quick, he can also be very sloppy. And I think if we are wanting to get the best out of Varane, we need to have a different kind of training module for him and the other injury-prone players to try and prevent these injuries, because he is a crucial player at Manchester United. And I always say this: your attack wins your points, your defence wins your trophies. And if your back four or back three, whatever we decide to use, is going to be changing consistently because Varane is picking up an injury every couple of games, we ain't going to win anything. We really won't win anything, because the difference is with Real Madrid and Manchester United. Real Madrid had quality centre-backs to replace Varane. We don't. We've got Varane to replace Phil Jones. I'm not discrediting Phil Jones, because I actually think he does put a good shift in. But Maguire, no. And of course, if we bring Timber in, that's going to be a Lindelof. And I think Lindelof is good when he has a load, like when he plays games in a row, not when he just comes in. So it's a real tough one. And I think we need to, if we're going to be serious, we need two centre-backs. And Varane, we need someone who can, if Varane gets injured, bring this centre back in straight in, who can put a good shift in straight away.
I still got this record of Real Madrid, Maisy, right? You're going to be shocked at this, right? He's played with Madrid for 10 years, right?
Yeah.
And he's played 236 games in 10 seasons, right? Yeah. And a lot of people don't know this, man. That's average about 20 games a season, right? Well, 19 games a season, let's be real. That's
obviously in all competitions. And don't forget, you're playing your 38 games in the league. You've got your cup competitions. You've got Champions League. It's not good enough.
Shocking, absolutely shocking. I would go on to combat in as well, by the way. I'm bigger to Devils, so that's my favorite league. Then the Bundesliga. John's my dude, Italian team. Italian sides with both share that. And of course, I'm called Italian. I'm fascinated. John with Juve, not Napoli. It's Juve, mate. And use AC Milan. Congratulations on winning Lo Scudetto, by the way. And if I don't have your comments, I do apologise. Comments just jump all the time. Yeah, good idea now. Great shirt, Maisy, that's from Richard. I can tell John wants one. Yeah. Richard's streaming again, mate.
Why not, John? We can go matching.
Yeah,
we can match together.
Oh, yes, definitely. Probably suit us. You never know. There's a red part of Manchester, there's a blue part of Manchester, and now there's a green and yellow part of Manchester.
That is right. I like coffee. The yellow and green's me.
Exactly. I'll give you Devils, by the way. So that's the best league going. I have to agree with that. Lots of people didn't rate Andy Robson before he signed for Liverpool. And he's world class now. And just go for so. What are your thoughts on Dan Ashworth? I'm coming to him with a bit after I read all these comments. Come straight back to him. I'm doing a show with him tomorrow, by the way. If I can get a couple of people join us as well. But we're in the market, to be honest. Most fans will expect Bruno to turn Real Madrid down if they came calling and stay loyal to us. Well, I tell you what, no one done turn down Real Madrid, by the way. I've not seen anyone turn down Real Madrid in my life. Let's be real. Where they come calling for you? Even Kaká left Milan to go to Real Madrid. Jonathan Woodgate as well. David Beckham. Where they come calling for you? You are in. I always rated Andrew Robertson ever since his days at Queen's Park, Dundee United, and then Hull, now more to Liverpool. Devil Sword, there's a big difference between Robertson and Hickey, though. Hickey leads the bulk up, just don't particularly rate him. Fair enough. We'll do a good deal for Matt Ritchie. You'll do a good job at left back. Matt Ritchie as well, he's available. Better than Jorgs at the back of United. We've got Matt Ritchie, Maisy. We should take him.
Oh, come on. Now you're taking the mickey, aren't you? Come on. I might as well, right, buy yourself some football boots, right? Just as Ravi said in the chat, buy myself some football boots, right? Go onto the pitch, rugby tackle Dalot and get in his position. That's what I basically do.
Yeah. Not good.
No, that just sounds horrible, rugby tackling Dalot. I'll rugby tackle Luke Shaw as well. So it makes two people.
There you go. Did you know the company that produces Gastori are based in Manchester? I didn't even know that, by the way. I thought they were made in London, by the way, but Italy somewhere. I'm dead wrong. And just came to rejoin. They're linked to Jesus and Man City as well. Yes, they are also, that is. You just don't deserve Ganabi. You wouldn't go in Man United. Mace, she also look good on you. Can't see it's being popular. Does it have the sharp sponsor on that shirt? Yes, it does.
Yep, it does.
Remember Maisy about the last two young talents they took from a Palace side? The last two, that's Wan-Bissaka is one of them.
Mm-hmm. Don't remind me, JP. Please don't remind me.
Hey, Scottish, England, sometimes European. It was John at the play of final, not me. United fans can chill about getting directly replaced. We're all good. Big up 29 watching. Thank you so much indeed, mate. Thanks so much now, by the way. I want to get 100 people as well. I've got some more as well. We are going to talk quickly about Ashworth in a bit. This stream ad, it needs to be sorted out very quickly because I can't win this at all whatsoever. And that one crazy thing with Ralph, and I like Ralph, but thinking on why we didn't consider something more serious at the time. But got it, didn't work. Doesn't feel the same. Doesn't feel time has been wasted. Probably 6 months there. I might not even class as a big club anymore. They're still a massive club, but at the end of the day, Everton Hag will probably have to sort that out very, very quick. It's as simple as that. But two matches do work on occasions. Look at Di Matteo winning Champions League for Chelsea. Hiddink stabilised Chelsea twice when Solari and Jose got sacked. He won an FA Cup and set up Chelsea perfectly for Conte. That's a fair shout, Fox. That's a fair shout there. No, nice gas range is not for me. Manchester pulled the manager and rather than no Manchester such a high level with huge pressure. That's a poor appointment, but that's my opinion. Sent back to United far too slow. And just go for as well.
That is right. We do need put all them what Reece said we needed again. Who did he say we needed? How many positions did we need?
Oh, that's Devils, by the way. 2 centre backs.
So 2 centre backs. I agree. I'd say we need all 4 full backs, 2 midfielders, 2 forwards, and we also need a winger because if Sancho plays on the left, we need a right winger, maybe 2 right wing players. We need a goalkeeper. I actually do believe especially if, for instance, Dean Henderson is actually going to use because it's apparently 95% completed. We need a goalkeeper. That is a lot of positions we do need. But as we said, we know it's not going to be it's not going to be done straight away. It's going to take minimum 4. You know what? The Glazers don't like investing in January. It's going to take 4 summer transfer windows. That's what I do think.
You need to sense a big dynamic here, really. I mean, end of the day, we've got found it on the transfer windows, January transfer window, by the way. I prefer the summer windows. January window is too expensive.
I think with the January window, it's like, how can I say? In a way, it's when you panic, or for instance, like the only reason why we got Bruno Fernandes is because we couldn't get him in the summer, and then he was linked to Manchester City. So, that's the only reason why we got Bruno in January. And I think realistically, January is for like loan players. It's for when you've got so many injuries. It's never really been a big, massive window compared to the summer, anyway.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it's just I think you should have the transfer throughout the season up until March, like it has been before. Dan Ashworth, Newcastle's a smart player there, to be honest. Yeah, I'll come to him in a bit, and he's going to be busy. I have to agree. Like I said, if you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, people, and also please, like super chatters, it's there for you. Just give what you can, and if you like to become a member, then you know exactly what you do. 99p. I think about 8 away from getting 50, so I could do a competition as well. Maisy's up on the suit as well. You touched on it yesterday about StreamYard. Yes, you did. If I'm not mistaken, right, in saying as you do need to pay around 25 quid and not expecting mate. I mean, they just take your money. Cost of living as well, man, is an absolute joke in this country. It really, really flipping is. I like our pre-season fixtures at Atlanta, Bilbao, both good challenges, and I hope we can beat them. Absolutely. That sounds like the poor Serie A season this season. Yeah, and Atletico Bilbao finished really well. Where's the regulars? Gordon, Mason, PD Chippers, the rest of the gang, Lindsay and Grace. I'm not doing the fan form now until next season, by the way. So I'll be doing something different to my niece. So probably have a Dan Ashworth show, by the way. So I'm gonna try and get 1, 2, maybe 3 people on as well. Do hit the likes as well. Last one, Ravi. Thanks so much indeed. How much for Bruno Guimaraes? Loving it, Leon, and can't deny. Jealous, he's in your midfield. I tell you what, you come up with 80 to 100 million quid. That's the beginning. There's absolutely no way. I can guarantee there's no way that no one's happening in England. There's not a chance of that, by the way. We want to get into Europe with this guy in. It's as simple as that. But, you know, it'd be so tough to replace. Big up to Josh Gane. Conte would have been a good appointment for Man United. I have to agree there. I think
as much as I like Conte, we do need a plan, and this is where clubs now are getting as much as investment with plans. That's where they're getting far. Conte, is he a 5-year plan? No. As much as I do like Conte, he's not a 5-year plan for the respect that Conte does not stay very long at a club. And I think that he's only going to be there at Spurs for a short term. He was there at Chelsea for short term, so did at Inter as well. So, in terms, as much as I think he's a great player, for one, I don't think with the players we had, the formation would have suited us, because Ollie tried it didn't work. And for two, it's just the length of time he stays at a club, and that's why he suited the likes of Chelsea. He suited the likes of Inter, because they don't stay that long and they had quick success, which Conte wants. And whereas with us, we're not gonna get quick. We're not gonna get that quick kind of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, recently was having play issues with it a few days ago. That's on StreamYard, by the way. I mean, Saka will just get someone else in. I've got Nipun in the chat as well. Big up to Nipun, by the way. Also James as well. Also Davey as well, by the way. Thanks so much for the comments there. Man U only need one keeper, 3 on the back, 2 right back, 2 left back. Oh my god.
Oh, Foxy man. Foxy.
I like him, by the way. Spurs.
I remember when he was linked to Spurs. He's just reminded me. And I remember seeing a picture when Bruno first signed for United. I remember seeing Bruno in a picture of a Spurs shirt, and it made me feel ill.
I bet.
It did. It really did.
Bless you. He's here now. Big up to Brian, by the way, one of the members as well. You are very late, mate. Very, very late. And calling short tonight. Plenty of time, Brian, not too late. You can always watch on playback as well. He's a phenomenal player, that Bruno, by the way. Yes, he is indeed. I said in December that Tottenham would finish top 4, and everyone laughed at his, well, how right was he, by the way. Exciting news on Lordy, but not heard much on Henderson. Look, until you put the shirt on, goes to medical, we can't pipe at anyone until they shine the shirts as well, by the way. Conte 2 for your minimum, then see ya. That is it. I have to agree there. Can you see Paqueta happening, who's best mates with Bruno from the Leon days, and he's been at Newcastle games last season, watched Bruno in action? Don't mean to say he's going to sign to us, mate, but I think it's going to be a complicated deal, by the way. Leon wanted 50 million for him, but are they going to pay that sort of money for him? I'm not so sure, but we've got to get realistic players coming through the door. That's someone's going to pay for the badge as well. I think as well, John, what's going on with Target? Is he either signed or is this anymore? I don't think he's going to sign for me. I think he'll probably end up going to down south, probably Fulham, by the way. I could be wrong. No one's really laughing at Spurs not getting it. Conte's been a tactician and a motivator. Absolutely right. John, can you see in the Bruno's magic? Where's magic hat? No, we'll not. No, we'll not. Sorry. Big up to Daz, by the way. Hope you're okay, my guy. And I think I saw you today. And I delivered his tie-ass today. And he saw he subscribed to my channel. Big up to him, my guy. I believe after Sir Alex Amandi, the players stopped playing. Well, could be.
It's a lot more complicated than that, honestly, because when Sir Alex left, a lot of the players were quite aging. And I'm not saying David Moyes was inexperienced, but he had a lot less experience than he does now. So a young David Moyes coming in is going to be difficult on an aging Manchester United squad. He got sacked. We got Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs had a couple of good games and then see you later. Louis Van Gaal comes in. The team doesn't suit him. He gets rid of a lot of players. He signs some players. Half-built team. He got the sack. Jose Mourinho comes in. The players that Van Gaal had did not suit Jose Mourinho, so he got rid, and then he brought in half of players, then he got sacked, and Ollie came in, and then repeat. And then we have got such an unbalanced team. So that's just the team. We've had so many managers, we've had so many coaching staff, and then that does not include upstairs. So I thought I'd explain that as quickly as possible.
Exactly. I mean, James is talking about the richest clubs in the world, income match. So how should we borrow a line by telling fans the truth and how the richest club is done? Fair comment, I guess. Big up to Devils. So, John, look forward to Horsey being your next manager. I've now done this job. Listen, Eddie Howe's going nowhere, mate. He is going absolutely nowhere. Let's be real. Yeah, he did. He's going to sign a new contract as well. Trust us on that. He's going to sign a new contract before the season starts, by the way. Got to that mad about Target. I always loved the guy what he did. Same there, Brian, mate. John, this is dream manager, so between Horsey and Diego Simeone, the latter, mate, the latter. But Eddie's our manager at this minute. But not talking about replacing managers at all whatsoever until it's done. But at the end of the day, Eddie's our manager, and it's just going to leave it there just now. So much went wrong after Alex left. One of them is Edward's disgusting win. Unbelievable.
And this is the thing I wanted to touch on a little bit there, because when, of course, Sir Alex left, the whole board changed. So Ed Woodward come in. That was his first ever year. He was a businessman. So having not just your manager leaving, you've got upstairs changing. So that was a complete right off in itself. And then everything just went pear-shaped from there, because it was kind of in a way like, say, for example, you're a businessman, right? And you're just full for business. And if you was, you know nothing about football, and you was told, oh, okay, Jack Grealish is someone who you want 100 million. Donny van de Beek, 40 million. Look at here, mate. You're saving here 60 million on this player. 60. And as a businessman, you'd be like, yeah, get him then. If I'm saving 60 million, buy him. But that is the thing, because the club came so business kind of ways. It isn't a football club, and that rinsed the love, the passion, and having it based on solely business, it does not work whatsoever. And that's why Ed Woodward, for 1 minute, he did not succeed. I like this John Murdoch guy, something like that. I don't know, just call him John. John, my boy. Like, I like him. He's a good guy. I think he's done well. I really do. So the appointments he's done, I'm impressed with him. I'm very, very impressed. So fair play to him, and I actually am looking forward to it. Plus, as well, he takes a lot more interest into the women's side of football. And knowing that he takes the interest not just solely in the men's like Ed Woodward had, and the Glazers, because they liquidated the women's team. having someone in there who takes interest in the women's team, watches the games. He goes actually all the way to Wigan to watch the games. So I love that side of him as well. And that makes me feel positive too.
Wow, well said, by the way.
Wow, I never thought I would praise someone like this.
Exactly.
Well done, John. You've got my compliment of the day.
Yeah, absolutely right, man. Spot on. I'm only going to say a word, but you're absolutely right, by the way. John, what's Villa NEWCASTLE? That's from Jones. It's because that's down to the clubs and the sponsor, by the way. So I can say Target end up like Forest, Bournemouth, and Forest again, and maybe a Southampton time until that's from Niall. I still can't believe Michael Carrick hasn't been beaten as a Man U manager from Josh. Wow. And also, no, Rabbi, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, John, richest club, done what you bring is not what you always have a look at Man U down on that list as well. And let's go this one as well. I've got a few comments as well. And then we're going to talk about Dan Ashworth. I just make quick on Dan Ashworth. I think that's a cracking signing for us. That could be the most important sign of the season for Dan Ashworth. He likes bringing young players through. He's done a fantastic job at Brighton, nurturing players like Lamptey, Bissouma, and Peru, and also Caicedo and McAllister as well. And they are both and great players. If you can do the same for Newcastle, then believe you me, I think you've got a cracking squad director at the football club, and it's going to be the breath of fresh air. It's as simple as that. Makes nice stuff, and it's breath of fresh air, absolutely. How many years would Orla give Eddie Howe to get a Champions League spot? It's probably as long as it takes, really. Do you know what I mean? If you get progress, say we finish, say, 7th next season, that is progress. Then 5th, that's progress. Then the top 4 is an absolute bonus, by the way. But hopefully, mate, Eddie Howe will be here as club manager for a long, long time. Would Man U like Roy Keane as the manager in the future? Probably not, in my opinion. I think
as much as I love Roy Keane, we need someone who has got a clear plan at the club. And we've tried all different strategies at Manchester United, serial winners, ex-players, blah, blah, blah. Roy Keane's attitude in this day in football, it does not work. You look at the likes of Pep, Guardiola, and Klopp. Even though they're strict, they've got the plan. They're still friends with the players, and that's the same with Ancelotti. He's friends with his players, even though I can imagine him to be a strict manager. You're friends with your players, and that is what the day in football is like now. So for his personality, I really don't think he would suit this day in football.
I think football's gone on past him as well. I think you're right, because it's just gone past him. I think that there's better tactics as well, playing methods as well. The players don't want to go back 10 years or 15 years. They do not want that at all whatsoever. Like Steve Boost, you know what I mean? He's gone back 10, 20 year training methods as well. Shocking. Man, he should have got Gabriel Heinze as interim managers. Training methods were ruthless in Argentina and USA. He didn't allow players to drink water. Can he still speak English, by the way? Because I've never ever heard Heinze speak any English at all. Never seen him.
No. You got to remember, though, Jose Mourinho actually started his manager career. Well, not before he was a manager, he was a translator. And you look at the likes of Bielsa, he doesn't speak English. And sometimes some of the great managers just simply don't speak English. And it doesn't matter for me on if the language they speak, it's how the philosophy and the way they play football. And I think for me, that's what really matters, to be honest.
Yeah.
But our players, we can't even handle staying out till 4:00 at night in the dark. Never mind having him as a manager. Bloody hell.
Wow, I'll tell you what, though, good luck on that. He's going to come back to Sunderland, by the way, but he just didn't fancy the challenge, by the way. And Sunderland fans weren't very happy about that, do you know what I mean? But hey ho. I think Ten Hag could Man U some direction style of player. The board needs to support him, though. Absolutely. That's our Sony message. You don't like Villa. You told us that the day, by the way, because you're a Birmingham City fan, but big up to you, my guy. Villa copy Newcastle and Rangers getting a Castori kit. Looks like it, isn't it? Maisy, what do you think of realistic success for United next season?
Realistic success would be Champions League football.
Yeah.
You look at, for instance, Manchester United. Ten Hag said this is going to be the only season we're not going to be in the Champions League, and I do believe that. So it's either we're going to aim for top 4 or we're going to win the Europa League. Either one of the two, I don't care what we really do, to be honest. But he needs to have a successful season. I think it's going to be hard for us to play on every Sunday and Thursday, but we have done it before, especially during that COVID season where we actually played 4 games in 2-3 weeks. So if we could do that and still get into the Europa League final, and we had to play our kids against Leicester, against Wolves, and Ollie did not get enough praise for that. He really didn't. No. If we could do that and get into Europa League football, there's no reason why, especially with this current squad, why Ten Hag couldn't aim for get top 4 or get the Europa League. I know it's down to Ten Hag, but it's also down to the players as well.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to take time. They need to be patient as well. I don't want to see social media having a go at him after 3 months. It's not working, because the Glazers got to get that appointment so right. They have to get it so right this time. If they don't, where did they go from here? We should see. I think within 2 seasons, Newcastle will have a Nike on the sponsor shirt as well, which I think that'd be great. Will the team be a top 10 team next season, or able to get a New York by conference? I think we'll get Europa League next season. We're going to finish 6th next season. I really do, because I think these players believe in Eddie Howe. I'll aware. My boy can't be on tonight. He did say, tell me, Dan Ashworth has a lot to sort out under 21s and 18s, but Bayern City youth scout would help. Good point there. Good point. Depends on scenario. Keen. If our players need to beast him because they are that toxic, get him in. It probably start the moots, but I don't think the players will be happy today like the last 10, 15, 20 years ago. 3-4 year time Newcastle, the sky's the limit, as I say. I'm going to get these comments as I can. And
what a question, Steve Bruce to United. Is it for a centre-back? If it's for a centre-back, yes. If it's for a manager, no. Please, no. I'll literally buy him a cocktail if he just leaves my club alone. I will buy him a cocktail personally. I will literally go to the bank, get tenner out and go, here you go. Treat yourself to a porn star martini on me. Just you to stay away from us.
Yeah, fair enough. So Steve Bruce will not be coming to United anytime soon. Nah. What are your thoughts on some United fans not all seeing that Liverpool fans in Paris deserve to get tear gassed? My opinion.
Yeah, you go first, John.
My opinion is, right, I mean, I think the French police were heavy-handed, too heavy-handed, by the way. You do not tear gas young people. You don't tear gas families, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the setup there was absolutely appalling. They must have known they had false match tickets, by the way, fake match tickets, by the way. And they told them to come in early. But the bottom line is, right, I mean, the players trying to get in. In my opinion, it could have been another Hillsborough.
It could have been. There's a couple of things I wanted to touch on with Nippin's comment. First of all, you can't just pin Manchester United fans onto that. It's not just Manchester. I have seen comments on social media. It hasn't just been Manchester United fans who are clearly saying that, and the Manchester United fans who are saying that are not football fans, just like the other fans who are saying it. I've seen Chelsea fans, I've seen Arsenal fans, I've even seen Everton fans. So we can't just pin it down onto one football fan base who is doing it. No matter what fan base is saying it, they're not football fans at the end of the day, because disasters, tragedies always come first. You take that away from football, and that is it's borderline when you do laugh and etc. And to be honest, when you do look at it in general, it's wrong to do the tear gas. I think it was completely disgusting, and the Paris in itself, they do need to be ashamed, because you look at the Madrid side, they was well organised. Liverpool's wasn't, and I do look at them to say, why was that not the case? And I know they come out and have apologised, but it could have been a whole lot worse. People could have, with that tear gas, people could have actually hurt themselves. So at the end of the day, I think it was absolutely disgusting. But I also do think you can't just pin it down onto one fan base to say that it was just them who said that. Yeah, loads of different fan bases said it.
Yeah, well, points well made. Points well made. As simple as that. We talked about that now about the fake tick situation for Champions League. Found out the whole climbing over to try and see the game. That is shocking, by the way. There's got to be an investigation on that, by the way. I'm sure it will do. And why FIFA not quick enough on it now? They will be quick enough on other clubs, but this instance, like, they should
And
have
you
done
know
it.
what? If English clubs get banned from European football because of this, it is absolutely disgusting. It's a disgusting move. People wouldn't do what they're doing if they wasn't more organised either. If they was more organised, that wouldn't have happened either. People was waiting outside for over 3 hours because Andy wasn't even seen to. So there's parts, as much as I don't agree that they shouldn't have done that as a fans, Paris, the stewards, the police, everyone, FIFA, UEFA, they all need to take responsibility also, because they've known that it hasn't been in Russia for months. So they have had plenty of time to organise this, and they haven't organised it good enough.
Well said, well said. All that time, and they took a chance, and they do it late minute, and that's what happens. Poor police officiating sort of thing, like, you know. I hope they don't host the big tournaments again. They're hosting them. Are they hosting the 20 the Euros next? Yeah, I think they're hosting the Euros next. Are they? They need the police needs to be back.
What are Euros? Euro 23.
Yeah, that'd be
I
fantastic.
have not even thought once about the Euros is in 24, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it happened in England. So,
it's gonna be
France hosting. France hosting the World Cup next World Cup.
Oh, this is doing the 21s.
No, it's Germany. Germany's the next Euros, and I'm pretty sure France is 2026.
Yeah,
100%.
Oh, interesting. Germany.
So I'll go through this comes very quickly because we are going to try and wrap up as well. I'll be honest with you, there seems to be very, very small amount of stewards and police compared to the size of the crowd stage. Yes, I've noticed that, Andrew. Every football fans have the idiots and clowns in the fan base. They are everywhere, sadly, been happening for years. Unfortunately, Europe will always treat English fans differently to the rest of the world. We are like the United States in a way. The world hates the British. That is from Foxy. Talks about 6. Chelsea, John, should Newcastle and Manchester host a UEFA Champions League final in the future? I'll say yes, because our stadium.
Manchester has actually had the Champions League final before at Old Trafford. I can't remember what year it was, but I remember Old Trafford. Let me just double check on that, because I remember when it was UCL final. It was in 2003. It was actually at Old Trafford.
2003 at Old Trafford, yes. Milan,
and
Juve.
that was Milan versus Juve, and that was actually at Old Trafford.
I was looking forward to that game all day. I was waiting all day to watch that game.
I remember. I know.
It was a poor game. Shocking
I know I was only 2 years old when it was on,
wow.
But I remembered that Old Trafford actually did host the Champions League final. But I was only 2.
Perfect place, like 2 best teams on the planet that time. And I tell you what, it was poor game. Very cagey. Both didn't go for it. But Shevchenko
0-0 and Milan won on pens.
Yeah. Del Piero scored one and Shevchenko had to score to win the game, but Dido made a couple of good saves as well, to be fair. Right, I'm going to end it there, and being an hour and a quarter, and big up to Del Boy, by the way. I think he's on holiday to Prague, I think. Big up to you, Del Boy.
Lovely, Del Boy. I hope you're taking pictures. I want to see some.
Yes, what's the moving story? Yeah, he's a great guy, isn't he? He's a brilliant guy. And listen, I'm going to wrap it up there, but can you tell us where you find socials, please?
Yeah. You can find me on my Twitter, which is at 2_MUFC Maze, and you can also find me on my YouTube channel, which is Devils United. Not far now from the 1K mark, so it'd be great if I can get to that. So thank you all so much who has already subscribed, because I know a lot of people who is in the chat has already subscribed to me. So thank you all as well for the support. It means a lot.
Fantastic. Thank you so much indeed. I appreciate that. And you 10 more subscribers away from the big 1K club.
10.
So, yeah. So please hit that subscribe button. 10 more from Maisy. Actually, in the One Kia Club, so you can start getting monetized as well. Plenty of paperwork to do, complicated, but make sure you get help with that as well. And we just comes very quickly. Force on you found being poorly organised, the whole not getting drink of water, had to try and go to the toilet, drink. Oh, thanks for sharing information, mate. Honestly.
I didn't know.
I didn't know. Take care, love the people. Big up to Andrew. Big up to I Like Coffee. Big up to Andrew as well. Big up to Nell. Thanks a lot indeed. Joshua as well for India and Wargrams as well. I really appreciate that. Don't go away, Mace. I will do backstage. Remember that great nights when Newcastle beat Barca 3-2 at Spila. Indeed. Thanks for watching, people. She'll be back tomorrow, 7 o'clock. And think about what we'll do. Probably the Dan Ashworth show. And watch what you're doing. And I shall see you guys tonight. Enjoy your evening and have a good evening. Take care.